Oh, how's it going, YouTube? DMTombstone Belts back here again with a brand new video. And obviously, you can tell from previously today on a recent episode of DMTombstone Live, and of course, with this belt around my waist right now. And of course, by the video, you should know this is my newest wrestling belt, number 24, which actually marks the 50th belt in my collection, the AEW Unified Championship. Let's get on with this full-on depth review. Now, obviously, it's a different type of way of doing this review compared to what I did on the DMTombstone Live. I did a full unboxing, but anyway, you can see already some of the sparkling going off this. Even though I think the guy said these were just flat on, like just flat backs, which they are. They're flat back stones, and I'm not sure if they're supposed to be like Swarovski crystal, but they do sparkle. Don't get me wrong, they do sparkle. I mean, if I see if I can add a hold on, guys, I'm just looking around for but I'm gonna turn the light off for a second and turn on the light to it. It does somewhat sparkle, but I'm pretty sure I'm still gonna try to see if I can restone it with some cubic zirconias or Swarovskis. Mostly these stones I have replaced with Swarovskis I have. But I'm going to try to see if I can do some cubic zirconias. But I may just leave it alone, because I do say so myself. That does have a nice sparkle on these belts. And of course, you see my previous video with the radar spinner right there. That does have a nice sparkle to it. I say Hassan does good with that. I think those are actually cubic zirconias he put in that belt. But anyway, let's go over here with the 2x8 snaps and a nice stamping with the AEW logo right there. And of course, I did say this guy did put like edging on this, so it's not like you can see a seam or that, knowing where the backing is attached to the strap. I think his previous one, which was this Continental, you can see it has that right there real closely. You can actually bend up and peel that. On this belt, you can't, because he actually sealed it off. So that's a plus in my belt. I mean, in my book, belt. Anyway, we start on this side with it looks like a guy trying to do some type of, I don't know what move that is, but obviously AEW logo, and with the guy doing the wrestling move. In here, when I first unboxed it, it had the globe side plates, but Abdullah Rajput made my own custom Danny Me Grim Reaper side disc. So I put those in, and of course he gave me bigger head screws, because the side plates, he had a little extra holes in them, try to fit it, but that's okay. These kind of cover up the holes, you can barely see them. And I love the dual color to it. I usually would have thought to painted this in the background black, like my other previous Daniel Mead side plates. Sorry guys, I got hiccups right now. And of course, here's the main plate. And there was one thing that I did do a little touch up on. The O in here, in the word champion, wasn't painted in black. It was left unpainted, so I kind of painted that in with my leftover enamel paint. But yeah. So this is right after I did the unboxing recently. And as well, I'm going to try to keep it quiet as well, because it's past midnight right now. It's around 1 o'clock. And I was at the movie. I would have done this sooner, but I went to the movie theater to see the Black Phone 2. Spoil. I'm not gonna leave any spoiler in that. Just say go watch the movie if you have seen Black, but make sure you've seen the first Black Phone movie before you watch the sequel. Anyway, look at that sparkle coming off this main medallion, and of course it is stacked plates. Main plate, the second layer, and here's the third layer. It's triple stacked, the guy says. And of course, these 4 pieces here with the globes are stacked as well. Love that sparkle on it. And the crown to represent like that crown for the Continental belt. But yeah, it looks absolutely beautiful. Here's the other one with the other AEW with my other side plates. And I know what you're thinking. These two screws are a lot different than those two screws. The other screws I used, thing was I would try to use them, but then again, I think the screws were just too soft and they started bending, so I had to remove them and replace the screws with these screw heads. But it still works good. It still looks fine. Here's the other side plate, and it looks like some type of suplex is happening on this. I'm not sure. Again, these wrestling moves I'm not sure of. Here's the other side, the 2x8 female snap sides with the AEW stamping. And of course, nice, smooth black leather backing. I'm not sure if the black leather backing was on this belt. I mean, don't quote me on this, but I have seen videos where I think it's supposed to be like a dark brown backing. Kind of like the International title. And yes, guys, I do own both the International and Continental, which then put together became this belt. But I'm pretty sure you guys know the drill. I'm going to pause the video and then put the belt around my shoulder and waist. So I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Oops. Talk about bad timing here. But anyway, tell you what, yeah, why not? After all, here I have the 3 other AEW belts, the recent ones I just got, the Continental, the International title, and yet having them together now with this belt, man, it does look absolutely beautiful, doesn't it? And to represent the person who held these titles, well, being the Rainmaker, I think his name is the Rainmaker, Masuke Okada. If I mispronounced the name, again, I apologize. Yeah, he's a Japanese wrestler. But yeah, here's the belt in hand. And it does have a lot of weight, especially for being a triple stack belt. This thing weighs a lot. Not as much as my Radar spinner, though. I don't think I have any of the belts that I have in my collection are going to weigh as much as that Rated R spinner. Here it is in hand. And I gotta say, I love my custom side plates on this belt. And I think and obviously, next belt's on the list to get. Yeah, it's a little wobbly there, but who knows to say, but it is folded in the hand. Still a lovely belt. And I know some of these stones I may want to replace because some of them look a little foggy. But anyway, let me put this belt around my waist. So if you guys know, I'm pretty sure this will fit up to a 46-inch waist, and I weigh around 225 pounds. So I'm considered like a heavyweight. Yeah, I'm seeing sparkles in that in the rug. I think it's one of these stones, but anyway. Here it is around the waist. And I gotta say, I do love these side discs. Kind of feel like AEW ripped off of WWE with the side disc parts for this belt. There's only 2 belts in AEW so far as I know that do this. The current World Championship, which is now a version 3 of the belt. And of course this belt. And I'm pretty sure they're going to eventually move on to doing more of those type of belts. Maybe they'll switch it up for the TNT title. Not sure if they're going to make a new version of that TNT title or it's just going to stay the same. But as well, the main world title also not only does side disc, but they also do name plates as well on the main plate. But anyway, let me do one last run through with this. And yeah, I'll end the video here. After all, guys, I'm just as excited. This now marks my 4th AEW belt in my collection. And as well being the 50th belt in my collection. That's right, guys. I'm running out of space here when it comes to belts. But I gotta say, I do love this belt. So let's do one last run through, guys, and call it a day. There we go. The 2x8 snaps. Yeah, and look at that sparkle. You know, these stones, it's not as good Sorry guys, just make sure the camera picks this up. A little fuzzy. But you can see how that sparkle is going on, even with the light in my room. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do a lot of touching up with the stones if I need to. Most times I may touch up around the crown, because some of those stones, when you look up close, look a little foggy. But the guy did say, hey, he was going to use flatbacks, and most people know flatback stones are not that good as stones. You like to have the pointed backs, like the Swarovskis I have in these parts of the belt. And of course the other side, the 2x8. So I would say, what my rating for this belt, I gotta give it up. I'm gonna probably give it close to the exact same rating as the Radar Spinner. I'm gonna give this one a 9.5 out of 10. And I know what you're thinking. Well, why ain't it a 10 out of 10? Well, other than the fact that the guy said that when he gave me these screws is because he covered up the side plates that have the, like it has 2 holes in the side plates, and they're a little bit wobbly. Like the relief parts are a little bit wobbly. You can see there's a little wobbly. Here, I could literally turn this globe and this one. I literally could turn these globes a bit. So he hasn't have them quite tight on there. But if you're not going to use the belt as much as, and you're not going to be going wild on this belt, and most likely you're just going to keep it folded up or left alone, I gotta say, it's a great showpiece for the collection. And look, I mean, that sparkle on this belt, remarkable. It's up there for one of the best belts I have in my collection, especially for AEW. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't already, guys, I'm already near 780. So I'm about 18... I think it's 782 last time I checked, so I'm now 18 subscribers away from 800. Maybe there's a chance we can get to 800 before Halloween, guys. And Halloween is next week, next Friday. So it's up to you guys. Please make sure to stay subscribed to my channel and find other people that watch my channel and subscribe as well. Also, follow me on my social media, like on X at DMTombstone96 and as well on Instagram at Damien96, where I posted pics about this belt there before I this stuff here on YouTube. But also follow me tomorrow for another episode of DMTombstone Live for you guys around noon or so. Anyway, I'm DMTombstone Belts, and I'll see you guys in the next video.